What's up, guys? Sorry the video's a little bit sparse recently because I had a family member that has some health issue, so I have to go to the hospital every day after work, so I don't really have a lot of time for new videos. Good thing that that is resolved and I can go back to making more regular videos. So yeah, today let's take a look at Threezero FigZero S Armor Man. This is from a Hong Kong comic called Armor Man by a comic artist called, I'm sure I'm butchering the name because I can't speak Cantonese, but his name is Cut Fat Long. I know his Chinese name, sorry, Mandarin name is, but out of respect, I'm not gonna call it, okay? Yeah, so this is a Threezero figure, which I haven't been getting for quite a while. So it is interesting to see how they do these days. And yeah, I know nothing about the source material outside the name, but this figure does look pretty interesting to me. And there is some potential pairing that I'm interested in. So without further ado, let's take a look at the figure. So at the first glance, this is definitely very heavily inspired by the SIC Kamen Rider, which is a line by Bandai. The full name is Super Imaginative Dragoken, which is a stylized interpretation of the Kamen Rider. And, you know, it makes sense, right? Given how much pattern and detail that is on this figure and the beetle horn. Yeah, this is definitely Kamen Rider. And the hexagon pattern in the eyes, right? Insect feature. And again, at the first glance, this figure, like the paint job seems pretty simple. Just two-tone color and a heavy wash, but under this kind of lighting and you zoom it in, you can clearly see the purple part, right? On the naked eye, it's not very visible, but on this kind of bright light, especially on the head, is very noticeable on this side. So that's actually pretty great. And the overall scope work is very sharp, okay? Which helps with by the wash, brings out all the details. Okay, even the joints are all sculpted. Very nice. Look at the back. Yeah, I like this look a lot, even though I know nothing about the source material. And let's take a look at the belt. Again, a core part of the Kamen Rider inspiration. This is all translucent part, not painted. And this part used to be removable because the eye has LED and there's a magnet here, but when I was posing it, this part is very easy to fall off. So, and since this is just it's detachable just to activate the light on the head, I just glue this part and use a separate magnet. And the LED is pretty nice. Okay, it's very bright. And let's turn it off. Like, the only thing I don't really like about the whole proportion and stuff, like usually I really like this sort of long leg and like smaller head proportion. Why is the light is still on? But I think the neck is a little bit too short. I don't know, this is his look in the actual comic, but since the head is hollow and it has LED, it's very easy to adjust. I can just put a little bit blue tack on top of the LED and something like this will look better to me. Oh, and for battery, since he doesn't come with any, AG1 battery, okay? Yeah, LR621AG1. That's the battery. All right. Like I said, he does look very nice. However, there's a big downside to the sharp scope work, okay? I think majority of his part are either hard PVC or ABS. So these are very pointy and probably can break pretty easily. Like I have seen multiple people already break their head horn right out of the box, and these will stab you. Right? They're very sharp. So be careful when you're handling this. And once this guy has a shelf dive, he's definitely breaking something, okay? So again, be careful. All right, let's take a look at his articulation. The head can only look up about this much. I think it's mainly because of the LED. Okay, like you can see, you probably can shave a little bit plastic off, or I wish they just offer us a like plug and a different a different net pack. So because I don't really need LED 24/7. Sometimes if I want more posability, I just use a non-LED plug and a better net pack, okay? I can look down. Rotation. Only about this much. And tilt. Shoulder, there's a butterfly joint, but only forward. Pull out this much. So he can cross arms, which is good. 360. Raise 9 degrees. Butterfly joint can also go up and down. Okay. Bicep swivel. Oof, a little bit tight. Double jointed elbow. Good looking elbow on the side, although there's a little bit gap. No gauntlet swivel and wrist ball. Mine has QC issue on this one. Like you can see here, I already put blue tag inside because like the pec part of the neck joint, the ball joint is not fully formed. So whenever I try to move the wrist joint, it will come apart. Threezero already said they will send me a replacement, so that's good. So not a huge deal, but I do heard that there's like pretty common QC issue throughout this figure for another purchaser. So yeah, I guess they still haven't got their QC issue in check. Diaphragm joint, crunch forward this much. Back. Side. Limited. Rotation. I'll get the arm up. Rotation can only rotate side to side this much. I don't want to force it. Okay. And waist joint. And this much, hindered by the belt. Again, if I didn't glue this part, it will come right off. Very annoying. Crunch back, pretty much nothing. Side, again, nothing. So combining with two joint, crunching forward is definitely good enough, although he can't really look at the front when he is fully crunching forward, so that's a bummer. Crunching back, not particularly good, but I guess it's okay. Side is like again okay. Oh yeah, and waist you can do 360. The belt is completely floaty. It's not glued on the back like some of the Mayfax figures. Let me adjust. Yeah, okay. hip joint. There's a drop down. Can kick forward. Yeah, the over joint is pretty tight, so be careful when you're handling it. And kick forward to 90 degrees, and don't have to kick to the side too much, so that's good. Back this much. Side kick. You have to tuck this spike under the diaper piece to get the 90 degrees. Oh god. So back. And knee joint. Ow! Oof. Good knee range, and the joint is fully sculpted, so that's great. Ankle is back, forward, very limited. Rocker, again, pretty limited. I heard that if you heat this one heat this one up, you can get a little bit better range. Yeah, but without heating it up, you can only get about this much, which is pretty limited, to be honest. And you can't rotate, only wiggle this much. And the toe joint is pretty much useless, so I don't really know why they do a toe joint. Like, this is not very useful. And again, I heard someone breaking their toe joint. So the over articulation is not bad. Oh yeah, side swivel. Can rotate to the side this much and inward this much. Like, again, the articulation is, I think it's alright. It's not bad, but just some unnecessary limitation, like the ankle going forward and the neck. Alright, let's see his accessories. Hand, he comes with pair of fists, of course, a pair of clawing hand, okay, a pair of, I guess, outstretched gesture hand, and that's it. That's all for the hand. It's not enough, okay? For the price point, at least 2 or 3 pair more. And it also comes with a bone sword. I have a little bit glue mark here, which I already painted. It is pretty nicely sculpted and painted overall. The way you use this is the left elbow pad. You can see a significant gap here. I think this is intentional, so you can easily remove it. And plug it into it. Okay, it's pretty secure here, so at least that's nice. And you also get this little spike. Oh no, not this one, sorry. Spike, you get 2 of them. You might wonder what it is. This is for the leg spike. You can remove it here. Okay. And swap it on to have a slightly bigger one. Oof. Oh my god, these hard plastic ones. Like, you can compare them, slightly bigger. And to me, a little bit unnecessary. And if you count the removable belt, that's another one. And that's it. That's all the accessories. Frankly, like I said, definitely not enough, okay? More hand, slashing in fact, and a different plug for the head and a double ball neck joint will be the minimum. And of course, a stand, because like I said, if this guy fall off, definitely he's breaking something. So in terms of value proposition, not good enough in my opinion. All right, let's take a look at the size comparison. This is the potentially interesting pairing I was talking about, okay? Sexy Eyes Manticora and Sexy Eyes Mantis Girl. In terms of stylization and scale, they fit right in. Or you can pair it with Kamen Rider. However, I don't have any Bandai one. I only have Blocky's Ultimate Cougar, and in terms of scale, they're about the same. So if you prefer a more vanilla / traditional stuff, you can pair them with Blockies, and I'm pretty confident Blocky will make more in the future. They already announced Kamen Rider Decade, so yeah, looking forward to that. Of course, I have to compare him with other Sexy Eyes figures, the Eliminator and Smasher. If you're wondering that how he will scale with SH Figure Art, this is a Game Begin Goku, and this is Ultraman Jack. Another potentially interesting pairing is with McFarlane Toys. They match in scale and they both vary details, although you do have to do a little bit custom paint yourself with McFarlane Toys, like I did with this Superman. Bro Toys Light Warrior and Medi Toys Oni Warriors. I really like how detailed these figures look. All three of them, they look awesome together. With Mayfix and Marvel Legend. Overall, I think this is a pretty interesting figure. The paint job and sculpt work is nice. Like, I love the purple hue. Yeah, very subtle and very nice looking. The articulation is good enough. The real lacking part is the accessories. Given its price, for me, I got it for like 60, no, slightly less than 60 bucks. Overseas, probably like 70, 80 bucks, which again, it's not bad. Definitely way cheaper than compared to Sexy Eyes, but I think Threezero definitely should do a little bit better, like a stand and 1 or 2 pair of hand at the very least will make this, like, the value proposition will be at least better, right? But still, very unique figure and I like it a lot. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching and I'll see you guys next time. Do a Kamen Rider Hensen pose.